Thanks to COVID-19, the use of Zoom, Skype, and other virtual meeting apps is rising fast. So if you need to interview someone, but they're too far away, like more than 6 feet at this point, then you can use Zoom as an option. I'm sure many of you are using Zoom for your classes, but here are the tips you need to know if you use it for your interviews. First, Zoom is free, so make sure you register for your own account on their website. This will allow you to record your interviews, set up meetings, and other fun things. First, open up the Zoom app and send a meeting invitation to your interviewee. You can either schedule it here, or you can send a new meeting by opening up New Meeting, as you can see here, Join with Computer Audio. You want to unmute yourself. You also want to go into your video settings. Make sure that you are seeing 16:9 widescreen here. And you also want to go into the recording tab and choose your local recording location. This is where your video will go after you finish with your meeting. Click Change, go into a folder that you want it to go to. I suggest putting it into a JCM 331 folder, keeping it organized. I'm going to select my folder, Packaging Elements Video, click OK, and now we have our settings set up so that when this meeting is done, the recording will head over to that place on my desktop. So in order to invite someone, you click this little button called Invite. Simple as that. So I'm actually going to email a copy to my husband, Patrick, through my Gmail account. You can also use the Connect with my contacts list, which was the first option you saw there, and connect with anyone in the University of Alabama system that way as well. Once you are both in the meeting, be sure to verify that they can hear you. Remind your interviewee to look at the computer camera, not at themselves on the screen. While this breaks our normal rule of thirds talk space, this is the correct way to do a Zoom meeting. Before you start the interview, make sure that you have your interview set in speaker view. So now all I can see is Patrick. This is what you want for an interview so that you don't see the reporter in the shot as well. The interviewee is the only part that is being recorded right now. Just make sure your background is quiet when they're talking. If you're in a loud space, make sure you mute yourself. If they're in a loud space or have a lot of distractions in the background, ask them to move to a different location or start using headphones. Hit the record button and select record on this computer. Make sure that the record light is going. You can see it in the top left of Patrick's screen right there. It's that simple. Remind the interviewee to try to keep their answers short because you're wanting to keep your sound bites to only about 10 to 15 seconds long. When you're done recording, click stop. Then click End Meeting and close out the meeting screen. That's when your video will start converting. Don't do anything with your computer until the file has completed. Once the conversion is finished, the folder should pop up with your MP4. You can email this to yourself so you can edit it on your mobile device. Another pro tip, since you can't get B-roll of your interviewee, you need B-roll to be able to introduce them in your package. Set up your mobile phone, horizontally of course, so that you can record yourself conducting the interview on Skype. This would be similar to a two-camera setup in real-world journalism. And you can use that two-shot of you and your interviewee as B-roll too. Just make sure you're dressed appropriately.